Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hello, YouTube. How's it going? Alrighty, so we're back. Finally. I know. Some of you are probably beyond irritated with me at this point. I have not only canceled last week's, but I pushed this one to Monday. Um, been trying to do a lot of stuff, and unfortunately, I don't have somebody else who can take over the stream and do the stream for me. Not quite yet, anyway. Um, there's hopefully going to be a solution for that in the near future. Um, but hey, we're here. We're going to do some after show. I'm going to be breaking down 4 shows this week. Now, I'm changing up the formula a bit here because what we were doing before, I just felt like I was just rambling on, and I don't think that's is quite as fun as this show can be, and as entertaining as this show can be, I guess. So what we're doing is we're gonna keep the breakdown parts a little bit shorter, and actually give you real review scores, so that you know how I felt more, you know, in digit form, in a mathematical form, I guess you could say. So we actually have some real review score portion to this now. So before we get into all of this, I just wanted to do a little bit of house cleaning to say, hey, we just launched Nerd Rage Reserve. There aren't any videos up right this second, but there are some that I have edited and that are going to be uploading very, very soon. But if you want to go check that out, you guys always know that the link trees in the description can take you to all of our channels and can take you to our podcast as well. So if you guys are interested in the podcasts, you can find those there, and you can find the other brand new channel, which you guys can go and subscribe to as well. So that being said, I also just finally put up the first drop of exclusive content for Patreon. This includes brand new special exclusive wallpapers, brand new exclusive never before seen videos. There's some really special videos that I was really excited about, and that's not the only stuff that's coming, because I have a big just pile of old videos that I was able to finally recover from my old laptop, that are videos that have been lost and I thought where nobody was ever going to see. Those are going to be special, exclusive to Patreon, so you guys can go over there and check that out. There's a $1, a $5, and a $10 tier. The $1 gets you in the door and gets you just all the awesome perks. Also, you don't have to do anything to go over there and check out one of these, the one public post that I made, that is a special poll for literally everyone on this channel to go and check out, because you're going to be helping me decide what the first TV series I will react to on this channel is. So go over there, vote. There's some good ones. There's some really juicy ones. I think there's going to be some surprises over there that are going to be like, what, you haven't seen that? What? So go over there, vote. Again, that part is completely free. You don't have to pay for that. So it's on the Patreon. Remember, that is completely free to vote. So go and vote and help us decide on that. And if you really, really want to support us and help us build our channel, our whole network, I should say, you guys can do that as well. And get some special exclusive goodies. Alright, let's get into She-Hulk first. Now we got to talk about She-Hulk, Lord of the Rings, Harley Quinn, and Star Wars Andor. I'm really excited to talk about that show. I'm actually really excited to talk about Lord of the Rings, and we'll get into that in a minute. But let's start off with She-Hulk, because I think this is probably the spot that'll be like the most middle of the roady as my feelings go, anyway. So, okay, starting off, episode 5. Now, by the way, we have like 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 episodes of television to go through. Now, again, I've shortened these, so I'm not going to be rambling as much. And again, there's more review scores, so you get to feel a little bit. It's more about how I feel about each episode, and then just some tidbits that were kind of the standout moments and the breakdowns. So, okay, episode 5. This was all about the She-Hulk Titania trial, and we got to see that unfold. And then we get to basically... I can't remember the character's name from The Incredibles. The woman who makes all of the super suits. We basically got the Marvel version of that, which was kind of cool and kind of funny. So yeah, we got that. And then basically how Jen wins the trial. Sorry, stumbling over words again. Live show, everything's live. And if, by the way, if you're watching this VOD, you guys on the channel, you guys are watching this after it's live, come on, go like, sub, comment. Also, feel free, if you are in the chat, to drop anything you want to. You can see it. We have a nice chat box now. You guys can talk with us and have a conversation. We're going to try and weave in comments and questions, especially if you guys do comments post live stream. We will continue to address those as well. Anyway, so Jen uses her dates from the previous episode to basically win this trial. Wow, what a wild I love how they set these little things up, and they like to carry them through, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun way to keep some continuity in there. It's very interesting, and that's one of the things I do like about this show. I think this show is just in general just a fun show. It's meant to be more lighthearted. It's supposed to be, more laughs and more, making fun of stuff and just having fun. And that's where this show very much excels. Some of the lawyer stuff is pretty good. That's basically what we're doing. However, I will say that these episodes are just too short. They're too short, and this this show is very, very clearly trying to do two different things, and with how short each episode seems to be, it's trying to be the superhero show, the Marvel superhero show, and it's trying to be this funny comedic lawyer show at the same time. And it's, with how short every episode there is, it feels like we're just not moving forward, like main plot wise. It really just seems like every episode is just a small story, and there's like there is very clearly a overarching story, but it's like, when are we getting to this? So yeah, that seems to be the real problem, and I categorize this by saying it feels just a little bit unsatisfying. At the end of episode 5, we got a special Daredevil tease. That is the big moment that I'm waiting for. Like, as soon as we get that, I'm just gonna be like, I feel better now. So yeah, okay, episode 5, we're giving that a 4 out of 5. I still really enjoyed it, but god damn it, it's too short. Stop making 25-minute episodes. Give us like 35, 45-minute episodes. If you're gonna do this style, like, give us some meat, Marvel. Come on. It is so frustrating. Anyway, again, all of those complaints also apply to episode 6, but we'll just kind of get into what I felt about episode 6, like the big kind of important breakdowny stuff. So it was a wedding episode. Now this has a little bit more, because now we're getting a little bit into the plot, a little bit. It's still very like hint kind of, even though we're like we have 3 episodes before the finale, or 2 episodes before the finale. So there's only 3 episodes left in total. But we're getting there. So it's a wedding episode, and we meet Mr. Immortal in the B plot. We also get introduced to the Intelligentsia, which is apparently a comic book Marvel bad guy organization, which has very famously had MODOK and the leader as two of the notable members of said group, which is important to note because we've been theorizing that the leader might have been behind this in the first place, which I still think he might be, but with the addition of the leader in Captain America 4, maybe this is what sets that up. So we might still get him. Not 100% sold on it, but I don't really know who else could be the main overarching bad guy for this show. Titania is not exactly although we did get something pretty interesting with Titania this episode that I thought was absolutely hilarious. So we get to see kind of again more of that rivalry and to kind of establish it a little bit more. And I thought the fight was just absolutely hilarious. When she trips and falls and mashes her teeth up. Oh no. Oh Lord. that was bad. Oh man. But again, there was this, I think his name was Joshua. No, was that the... No, I can't remember the guy's name, but we get introduced to this guy who seems to be very nice and might actually get somewhere with Jen. But I think everybody is like, wait, this guy is like too nice. It's suspicious. So keep an eye on that guy. That's all I'm saying. Keep an eye on that character. Again, same complaints though. Too short. It's still fun, but is it enough? It feels like this show, especially knowing that there's only 9 episodes, that we're... It feels weird that we're at this stage in the game and we just don't have this obvious overarching plot, but because it's trying to do too many it feels like it's just doing too much. It's trying to do too much in too little of a time frame. And again, that's just a problem with the Marvel Disney Plus shows in general. They're ambitious stuff for like no amount of time, and it's like, come on. It's frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating. However, I still give this episode 6, another 4 out of 5. Okay, that's She-Hulk for you. Okay, now we're getting into the fun stuff. I'm actually going to start with Harley Quinn first, because we're basically going to do just kind of a minor recap of the finale and give you a score for the finale, and then I'm going to give you a score for the season 3 in general. Okay, so in the finale, we kind of get this headbutting a little bit between... I guess I can't say headbutting. A conflict, I should say, between Harley and Ivy. Ivy's upset after what Harley did, and that kind of pushes the story of this particular episode into play. We basically get the secret plot of season 3 kind of makes itself very clear. Harley is not the villain anymore. She kind of wants to help people. And so she kind of becomes like the anti-hero version of Harley Quinn in this season. And that was kind of the thing that I absolutely didn't realize was happening. But I absolutely loved that plot because it's like, oh, right, duh, of course, duh. It's kind of obvious. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I love how they brought that to fruition and kind of how they ended season 3. Oh, by the way, we got a confirmation of season 4. I think I might have said that in the last episode of After Show, but we did get a season 4 confirmation. Also, Ivy might be the head of the new head of the Legion of Doom. Possibly, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, because basically all she had to do was kill Joker, but they didn't really kill Joker. So, gotta keep an eye on that plotline, because I'm curious on whether or not she'll actually become like the new leader of the Legion of Doom. That'll be a really interesting thing, because especially now with Harley helping people, like there's this interesting conflict there, and that is kind of what the whole conflict of this episode was, really. But Ivy and Harley find a way to always be there for each other, and just their entire relationship, every time they hit a snag, they always come back and they always find some sort of resolve. It's incredibly healthy for a pair of supervillains. Like, what? Anyway, I've said that before. In general, Harley Quinn is just a fantastic show. So what is my finale score? 5 out of 5. What is my season 3 score overall? 5 out of 5. Of course it is. I absolutely love this show. I have never hated a single episode. I still enjoy every single episode in every single season so far. And I am beyond excited and ecstatic for season 4. Alright. 2 shows done and out of the way. Here's where the beef comes in. We got Lord of the Rings and we got Star Wars. Lord of the Rings. I am very behind, because even in the last episode, I had not caught up. I am now caught up. So we're doing episode 3, episode 4, and episode 5. Okay. Episode 3, we get our intro to Numenor. We get to start seeing what the orcs are up to and how they're making tunnels and using elves as prisoners to do so. It kind of seems like Sauron is basically building Mordor and Mount Doom. I think we can all agree on that. I think that's what's happening. That's what it looks like anyway. And that's kind of what they were hinting at with the symbol. They've been doing this thing with the symbol from the very beginning of the show. But then they kind of realized, oh wait, that's the Southlands, blah blah blah. So that's obviously kind of, that's their. I think we're all kind of seeing where this is headed. They do more exploration of the plot of the world. It feels like every single plot line gets just like more and more. And episode 3, fantastic episode. Now, I have to admit that I am clearly in the minority when I say that I just enjoy every episode of this show so far, because this show is just absolutely polarizing, which is really interesting. I think this is a good, at least these first 5 episodes are a good case study in subjectiveness, because I have seen people who absolutely dislike all of it. I have seen people who like certain episodes and dislike certain other episodes. I see people who like all of the episodes, like myself. And it seems to be very, very just spread. Like, not everybody has the exact same opinions. Not everybody. Which is, it's just interesting in general. But for me, personally, I like the show. I have found it quite entertaining, especially when I get to watch these episodes back to back to back. I watched episode 3, 4, and 5 just back to back, and damn was I enthralled the entire time. I was glued to the screen. I really, really, really enjoy this show. It's working for me. It's working for me. I know it's not working for everybody else, but it is working for me, and I quite enjoy it. Okay, so episode 3, 4.5 out of 5. Episode 4. Who is the stranger? Who is the stranger? We keep getting more and more exploration of that character. Actually, I think it was in episode 4. I should say that was definitely episode 3 and 5. 3 and 5 we had more, because I don't think the Harfoots were in episode 4. I can't remember. It's kind of all blended together because it's all like one big story to me right now. Which is a good thing, by the way. If like, it's all one story. It's like I felt like I watched one episode and that was like all of it. Who is that character? I'm beyond curious. It's obviously one of the wizards, right? Come on. Which one? Which one? That's the question. You guys let me know who you think. I'm very curious about that. Also, we get to see this at the like orc kind of prison tunnel thing that they're like holding the elves at. The main like elf guy, I keep forgetting his name, that we follow, that got himself captured, is, chained up, and we get to see this character, and they kind of lead you to believe that it might be Sauron, but no, I don't think it is. I don't know. I don't really know. But this character is clearly an elf, like a dark elf almost, which is really interesting. And the orcs call him Father. That's something we learned as well. So there's a lot of really, really interesting little tidbits. And again, I think people who are deeper into the lore might know more than me, because I watched the movies. That's my extent of Lord of the Rings. I actually just now recently bought all 3 of the Lord of the Rings books: Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. So now I actually own those books. I haven't read them, but I do own them now. So yeah, again, my extent of knowledge when it comes to Lord of the Rings is the movies. So a lot of this is completely fresh for me, which has made it really enjoyable, because I'm being told a story. I don't know anything except for what happens in the Lord of the Rings movies. So again, that might also be contributing to why I like the show so much. A lot of the plot lines start heating up in this episode. We get to kind of get this whole plot line with the Queen Regent, and her seeing the prophecy of Numenor being destroyed by a great wave and kind of sunk, basically, the whole island, which is really cool. Crazy, insane visuals. That is the one thing this show completely excels at. Absolute best visuals I have ever seen in a television show, ever. So goddamn good. Insane. Absolutely love the visuals. Okay. Oh yeah, and I just wanted to say that it feels like each and every episode that we get just gets better and better and better, at least to me. I like each and like every episode I was like, I'm getting more and more invested. By the time we got to that 5th episode, I was just like, yes, let's go. Episode 6, I have a feeling we're starting to move into like a battle. Like you can just feel like a big battle is like on the way, and I have a feeling it's going to be pretty insane. So 4.5 out of 5 for episode 4. Episode 5, this was the best one yet, and definitely, like I was saying before, it feels like the calm before the storm. This is the final setup before we head to battle. And like all of the plots are starting to slowly converge, and I'm just loving this show. I'm really liking what they do. I feel like this episode was the most entertaining yet, and I gave it a 5 out of 5, by the way, just to get that out of the way now. And I just, in general, I really, really am excited to continue watching this show, because I think Rings of Power is quite good. I do. I like it. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Okay. Show number 3. Completed. There we are. So now, we're at Star Wars. And let me tell you, this show is the show that I am the most excited about. Because it's so good. It's so good. Okay, Star Wars Andor. I'm going to just basically, like, I'm giving a score for all 3 episodes, because it's going to be the same exact score for all 3. The first 3 episodes. Okay, so here's some quick things I have to say. It has a darker, more mature tone, which, hell yeah. Fantastic pace. It's a slow burn, but there's still plenty of plot, which is just, I love it. There's like, everything feels like, every character feels like there's so much more to them than what we get to see. And every time, like, we go to a new place, it feels super lived in. Everything just is, like, there's plenty of amazing new world building that they do in this show. And I absolutely love that. Terrific characters. I absolutely love all the characters. Each and every one of these characters that they've had introduced here so far, each and every single one of them has made me go, oh yeah, I understand this character. This is a good character. This is good. Even Tim, who is the jackass, even that guy was a great character. Because you knew what he was going to do, and you still got angry at him anyway. Which is the whole point of that character, which they nailed it. The very few action sequences we really did get in the first 3 episodes, goddamn-tastic. Like, really, they did a really, really good job with the action sequences. Like, they're gripping. They're good. And if this is just a taste of what we're gonna get in this season, yes, give me more. Okay. Oh yeah, and then the rest of my notes here, basically, I'll read it verbatim. If it keeps up the quality, this might be my favorite Star Wars show yet. And I stand by that statement. And if it continues to kick ass week to week, this is a really good Star Wars show. This is a really good Star Wars show. Like, the second this show started, I was like, this is different. This is not normal Star Wars. And that's a good thing. Like, really, especially right now, because of, I mean, it feels like everything in the Star Wars community just divides the Star Wars community anymore. So this just felt fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Love all 3 episodes. I love both plot lines, the whole when he was younger, and kind of seeing how that, like, bookends together, kind of like the 2 plots become like this, like, a part of each other in a lot of great ways. And I love all the visual details, and I love all the acting, and everything was just done solidly. This is a fantastic way to premiere a show. Fantastic. Absolutely loved it. each and every single one of these first 3 episodes, 5 out of 5. There we go, guys. There it is. Star Wars Andor, She-Hulk, Lord of the Rings, Harley Quinn. Now, when we do our next episode, which hopefully is this coming Sunday. Hopefully. That is the plan. Hopefully nothing gets in the way. But it should be this coming Sunday. We'll be doing, obviously, She-Hulk, Lord of the Rings, and Andor. Harley Quinn is now being phased out since that's over. So, just Star Wars, She-Hulk, and Lord of the Rings. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you guys liked the little bit more review portion-y kind of stuff, and a little bit less, crazy breakdown detail. So hopefully that works for you guys. Also, house cleaning time. You guys know the drill. Link trees in the description. You can check out our other channels. You can check out our podcasts, both the Nerd Talk podcast and the Nerd Talk Marvel cast, which new episodes for both of those podcasts are coming soon. And you're going to want to go check out our Patreon, because our Patreon is getting a bunch of new exclusive content. There's already multiple new exclusive videos over there, as well as other exclusive stuff like special wallpapers and whatnot, and some more other new stuff. And for free, you can go and vote and help me decide what I'm going to react to next. This TV series, I should say, what TV series am I going to react to as the first TV series we react to on this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.